in a straight line. Behind those two, in fourth place, is Steve Laidlaw hanging on pretty well. Callum might have got through now ahead of were second hard as they came through the first lap. Callum Newsham, they're very rapid indeed and is already closed in on Steve Laidlaw, trying to put the move on him as they go into the left-hander at Murray's to complete the second lap. I think he'll probably be able to do it. Coming through then at the end of lap 2, Hutchison still leading the way, then Bordley and Shepherd absolutely together. Then it's three cars dicing for 4th, 5th and 6th places, with Steve Laidlaw, Joe Marshall actually taking advantage of Callum Newsham there and sneaking past. So Joe Marshall up to 5th place, and that's from the very back of the grid. Absolutely dead last on the grid, Joe Marshall, and he's up to 5th place, having got past Callum Newsham on that lap. Great work. Darren Lewis is 7th, Rick Kerry is 8th, Will Beach is 9th, Jeff Alden 10th, and Luke Sargent is still going in 11th place, as is Mark Smith in 12th, but a long way back, or actually I think Mark Smith may have called it a day. He's still a long way behind, he's not come through just yet. So into Williams goes our race leader, Brad Hutchinson. At the end of the lap, he had a lead of 1.6 seconds, and I reckon now it might be going up because getting together there, Carl Bordley and Adam Shepherd, not quite sure who hit who there, but they've both survived and are heading down the Bentley Straight now, but it's Carl Bordley just ahead of Adam Shepherd, and I think Adam Shepherd had got himself ahead, and then they might have even been a little bit of contact between the two of them as they went through the right-hand on. On the screen now, yes, Adam Shepherd was able to get past Carl coming back at the right-hander and on not a spin but a hard slide wide, and was able to nip back up on the inside of him. So very aggressive driving indeed there from Adam Bordley, having been overtaken by Adam Shepherd, was able to get the place back. Brad Hutchison's lead then goes up from 1.6 seconds now to 3.6 seconds as Brad Hutchison, puts in the best lap of the race at 1:58.096. Bordley and Shepherd go through separated by 0.3 of a second, and then it's Joe Marshall in 4th place, still ahead of Callum Newsham, but the pair of them have now gone past Steve Laidlaw, so Laidlaw back into 6th place now. Then in 7th place it's Darren Lewis. Rick Kerry in number 22 is 8th, leads the Gen 1 Cup. Yes. And then Will Beach in his Golf is 9th and 2nd in the Gen 1 Cup. Hutchinson's lead now then, very nice and comfortable at about 3 seconds as they head down towards Hamilton. Bordley still hanging on to 2nd place, 3.4 seconds is the gap as they go down through Hamilton. Mark Smith rejoins out of the pit lane, having had work done on his car. There is a slippery surface flag being shown at Riches as the battle for, is that 5th and 6th, between Steve Laidlaw and Darren Lewis is getting very close indeed for 6th place. And followed by the battle of the race between Carl Bordley and Adam Shepherd in 2nd place. Away from Brad Hutchinson as they come down into Murray once again. The complete 4 laps this time. 8 minutes of the race have elapsed, and Bordley goes through 2nd, Adam Shepherd in 3rd. Little gap, then Joe Marshall pulling away from Callum Newsham, 4th, Callum Newsham 5th. Then Steve Laidlaw in 6th place with Darren Lewis crawling all over the back of him. And Darren Lewis looking for a way through at Riches, isn't quite able to get through. Damage on the side of Luke Sargent's car. but he's continuing anyway. He's up to 8th place now, ahead of Rick Kerry, who is back to 9th. With the Bondit and Ellen Roofing Cupra, turns out of Agostini. Still with Carl Boardley behind. Gap coming down just a little. It was 3.8, it's down to 3.1 seconds, but it's still a nice cushion for Brad Hutchison to have. Carl Boardley keeping Adam Shepherd at bay, and I just wonder whether in 4th place there, Joe Marshall might be closing up on them. Joe Marshall doing the fastest lap of the race last time around, and he is now the holder of the best lap. There's an extra point in the championship for that one, 57.411 for him. Darren Lewis gets ahead of Steve Laidlaw. That's for 7th place. Lewis up to 6th. Laidlaw falling back to 7th place, having put his elbows out and held on to some good positions early on, but eventually having to then speed of his rivals and allowing faster cars to come through. And Hutchison on the verge of completing another lap. There's going to be 5 laps completed and 10 minutes. Laps very close indeed to 2 minutes per lap, so 20 minutes of racing should give us a 10 lap race. So here we are at half distance. Brad Hutchison second, Adam Shepherd third, Joe Marshall is 4th, then Callum Newsham 5th, ahead of Darren Lewis now up to 6th place, and Steve Laidlaw going through 7th. 8th place is the flapping bodywork on Luke Sargent's car, and then Rick Kerry going through, completing his 5th lap now, leading the Gem 1 segment. Hutchison out of Palmer along the straight towards Agostini. Carl Boardley under 3 seconds behind now, so Boardley not worrying too much about Adam Shepherd behind him, not driving defensively, trying to close the gap between himself and Brad Hutchison up ahead. So Hutchison yet to win this year, but we've had a different winner for every round of the races so far. No, I suppose Adam Shepherd's been twice a winner, hasn't he? Because we had 3 different winners at Brands Hatch. Adam Shepherd was a winner in the first race here at Snetterton, but Brad Hutchison has won a race this year, but it's over half distance and pressing on, going down towards the bomb hole into our view on the skyline there. The car comes through for very nicely poised indeed. Boardley with Adam Shepherd headlights and blazing behind him. Joe Marshall closing in.